as a female who went to college and literally got paid to go to college, I maximized scholarships to help pay for college. Now, I didn't take advantage of this specific opportunity, even though I could have. So if you have a student that is female, you want to listen up. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 scholarships for women or girls so that they can make college more affordable by securing debt-free money to help pay for it. Now, make sure you hit subscribe because every week we release a new strategy to help your family work towards that debt-free degree. Hey there, my name is Jocelyn Pearson, founder of the Scholarship System, where we redefine paying for college to help families build strong financial futures rather than ones buried in debt. Our primary weapon against student loan debt are scholarships. This is how I got my free ride, and we've helped families secure well over $10.5 million to date. So we've seen a lot of scholarships over the years. Now, one quick note, this is for US citizens or residents. Now, scholarships for girls or women, this can run the gamut when it comes to the eligibility criteria. They might focus on demographics, such as being a minority, or maybe they concentrate on having less females in a certain career field, like STEM, that's a common one, or nursing, or maybe education, although that is usually a lot of females. So it may have to do with the percentage of a gender within a specific career field. Now, with a number of awards out there, it is wise for females to look into this category. Now, we don't want to pigeonhole ourselves only into scholarships for females. We want to look for tons of different areas and topics that we can win money for. So if you want suggestions on that, I have a free training. It's my 6 steps to securing scholarships quickly. And you can find the link in the bio or go to thescholarshipsystem.com/free training. But I cover tons of different ideas that we can use, including scholarships for women and beyond. Now, before I list the 5 scholarships, let's go ahead and talk about what is required in order to apply for these. Now, again, applications vary from one award to the next, but usually students will need to complete an application. They might ask for things like essays. This is a great indicator that it is a legitimate scholarship. If we only have to write 10 words, it is probably not worth our time. Another thing they might ask for is our FAFSA results. So sometimes committees want to see where your family is on the financial spectrum. Another one they might ask for are letters of recommendation. We have an entire video on scholarship recommendation letters. We will link to it somewhere here on the screen, but also in the description. They might ask for transcripts, list of activities, and they might even require an interview. Now, don't let this deter you and your student from applying for scholarships, because this is what the scholarship system does. We teach students how to submit these materials so that they are more competitive, but also so that it's faster and we don't have to start from scratch each time. So there are ways to make this a lot easier than it might sound right now when you hear that list. Now, before applying, students should always review the materials, make sure they follow the instructions, make sure it's a complete application, and that there aren't any grammatical errors or any kind of errors for that matter. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the 5 scholarships that I want to cover today for students who are females or women. And by the way, I do want to say that at the time of recording this, these are all live and active scholarships that can change at any moment. So the first one is growyourgiving.org, and it is called the 1,000 Dreams Scholarship Fund. This provides a one-time $1,000 scholarship for currently enrolled students. So this is why I say it's never too late to apply. Students should continue applying all throughout college. But the good news is it's also eligible for current high school students. Another one is a scholarship by DCAPHA. This is an organization, but it is focused also on scholarships specifically for women that are currently in college or heading to grad school even, which is fantastic. They have to be a part of a sorority and in the Washington, D.C. area. So this one's pretty specific, but I do think that it'll still apply to a lot of women. The third one is Arizona Business and Professional Women's Scholarship. So this is for women who are in Arizona that are 19 years or older and attending a community college, which I love this because they're focused on women that didn't worry necessarily about going to a big 4-state university or anything like that. They're saying, you know what, even a community college, it is still a fantastic degree. And so they want to focus on giving money to students that are pursuing them at community colleges. Now, the fourth one is the Fresh Start Scholarship Program. This is specific to women in Delaware. It's based on financial need, personal challenges, and academic record. Now, I do want to say that even if you see financial need and you think, well, I don't think that we're necessarily low income or our FAFSA came back as a ridiculous number, these days, scholarship committees understand that. So when we're talking about financial need here, if your student would have to borrow money, consider that need. So don't just rule yourselves out because you don't think that you meet the financial need requirement. The other thing that would be more specific here would be if they say your EFC or your SAI, this is the number that you receive from FAFSA, but your result from FAFSA must be X number or less. I've seen that before where it has to be 5,000 or less. That's black and white. But if it doesn't give a specific number like that, I say go for it. If your family will have to borrow money to pay for college, that's need. By the way, we've had students apply to scholarships that they never would have applied to using that tip and won. Okay, the last scholarship I want to share is pretty broad and general in the sense of criteria, and that is the STAR Scholarship by PEO International. It is peointernational.org if you want to check out the website. And again, we'll link to all this in the description. This is for women who exhibit excellence in leadership, academics, extracurriculars, community service, and really they're basing it off of future potential success. So if you have a driven girl in your house that's heading to college, this could be a great opportunity for them. Now, these are just 5. I have an entire list. It's the ultimate list of scholarships for girls and women. We will link to that in the description as well. So check that blog post out and go through all the other scholarships because I know a few of these were pretty specific depending on state, but I have a ton on that list. Now, comment below if you have a female student that's heading to college or already there. Has she found scholarships specific to being a female? If so, maybe share the link below or let us know if she has she applied. Let us know in the comments, and that way we can take a look at what you're doing, maybe give some feedback, and also help each other out. Okay, so that said, again, we don't want to pigeonhole ourselves only into one category of scholarships. So that is why you want to check out that free training I mentioned. Again, the link is in the description below. But scholarships for women is a great category to begin with. We always want to start from the basics and then get more specific. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. We shared lots of tips on scholarships in general, but then I also gave you a list of 5 scholarships. And don't forget all the links in the description, the links to the scholarships, as well as the links to the other blog post with even more scholarships and that free training. And lastly, don't forget to hit subscribe because this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'll see you in the next video.